Tell me one thing, what is internet? A question so simple yet so hard to answer, but yet our life depends on it. And we use it every day. If we go back in time, we will see that the early age of internet made people so much confused about this whole idea of internet. And not everyone believed it would become what it is today. Now, based on the same thing, let me ask you one question. What is Bitcoin and cryptocurrency?
What is a Bitcoin?
What is Bitcoin? What backs a Bitcoin?
I don't even know why we call them coins, except that they call it coins in the name.
Is it a means of exchange or an asset class?
I see you taking my real dollars and then you give me virtual money in return.
Hello everyone, it's me again. And today I'm going to talk about a hot topic. We all love mystery, and Bitcoin is full of it. From its origin to the creator Satoshi Nakamoto and the whole fuzz about mining it. And that's what I'm going to explain in today's video. I'll tell you what Bitcoin is, what cryptocurrency is, how it came into existence, how you can actually mine cryptocurrency or mine Bitcoin using any spare laptop, PC, Mac, any computer device that you have at your home. And while we are talking about it, I'll show you how you can actually mine cryptocurrency using any spare mobile phone that you have. Any computer device that you have can actually mine cryptocurrency, and you can make some money while doing nothing. But before I start this video, let me mention one important thing. I'm not giving you any financial advice. I would suggest you do your own research before investing in anything. Now, the reason I'm making today's video is very simple. I've lost money, I've made money, and I have my own fair share of experience using cryptocurrencies. And on top of that, my wife is a blockchain developer. So I think I have a little bit of knowledge in this field. This whole crypto mining thing has always puzzled me. I never thought that I can actually use my personal computer or any spare computer that I have and put the computer on work 24/7 to mine actual cryptocurrencies. For years, I thought that this is a job for a high-end computer expert. You know, you can't actually use your own computer to mine any Bitcoin. You have to have a big rig, or you can't actually do it yourself. That's what I assumed. That's what I always thought. And I think majority of the people watching this video have the same conception in their mind. Although it's all true that you can't actually use your spare computer to mine actual cryptocurrencies, but I will try and explain how you can actually do it. So let's just dive into today's very long video, which might be helpful for you, but you can always skip to the part you want to watch if you really don't want to watch the whole thing. I know it's very long. Cryptocurrency is a digital currency based on the blockchain technology. And blockchain is a decentralized technology spread across many computers that manages and records transactions. Think of it as so many small blocks are stored across different computers, and it makes it almost impossible to change, hack, or cheat the system. And that's what making this whole cryptocurrency game more and more popular. Although blockchain technology is known for the cryptocurrency bubble, as people call it, but the real use of blockchain lies within the data security sector. And it's a growing technology being used in so many different industries to keep online data secure. But this video is about the currency part of blockchain. And to make things simpler, I'll talk about Bitcoin, as it's one of the major cryptocurrency anyway, with a market cap of more than $1 trillion US. I know it's all boring, so leaving the technical definition aside, in simple words, Bitcoin is a digital currency without any manipulation power of any government or any regulatory authority over it. Bitcoin came into existence as a tool to rebel against the big banking giants after 2008 market crash.
The American financial system is rocked to its foundation as top Wall Street institutions topple under a mountain of debt.
The first block of Bitcoin was mined on the 3rd of January 2009. And in that first block, there was a special message that read, "Chancellor on the brink of second bailout for banks." Satoshi Nakamoto first registered the domain on 18th August 2008. But Nakamoto was not the first person to have an idea of a digital cash system. But just like Bansky, the mystery element of Bitcoin made it more fascinating and famous. Bitcoin gained its fame slowly, and soon people started talking about it. It was first mentioned on TV in 2012 in an episode of The Good Wife, and Bitcoin was worth $3.41 that time.
I went online and I bought 1 Bitcoin last night.
Really? It's the future.
I don't know. It didn't feel real.
Real's gonna change. Just watch.
But nobody actually cared and actually believed that it would gain a value of $60,000 in few years. And it's finite in number, so there will only be 21 million Bitcoin ever. And this finite number of Bitcoin can only make the price of Bitcoin go higher and higher based on the demand and supply rule. Once all the Bitcoin are mined by the year 2140, just imagine what the price of Bitcoin would be if it's still famous by that time, and if we all still want to own a piece of Bitcoin by that time. There is an interesting story about Vitalik Buterin, the co-founder of Ethereum, the second largest cryptocurrency after Bitcoin. And he mentioned that he came across Bitcoin in year 2011 when the price of Bitcoin was $0.8.
So I heard about Bitcoin for the first time in maybe February 2011. Eventually, I found a guy who was willing to pay me 5 Bitcoins per article for writing articles for his Bitcoin blog.
And what was Bitcoin worth at the time?
Each Bitcoin was $0.8.
$0.8, so you're doing 5 per article, and now that would be $5,000 an article.
Right.
More or less. Okay.
Yeah. You know, being a high school guy with not much money, I thought $1.5 an hour was a fairly reasonable wage. So
that was a good deal to you. $1.5 an hour.
Yeah, fight for 1.5.
But then he got hooked up to this whole cryptocurrency game, and he actually co-founded Ethereum, which in my personal opinion is a good investment option.
Explain to me why this technology is so transformational that people think it'll change the world.
Because they represent kind of epochal changes in the options that we have for interacting with each other. With Bitcoin, it's you don't need banks to send money anymore. It's just something that happens directly peer-to-peer. And Ethereum extends that to making digitally enforceable agreements.
But that changes whole industries, doesn't it?
And it hasn't yet, but we'll see.
What's the worth of a single Bitcoin? It's simply what we are willing to pay, given the demand and supply rules. But can the price of a single Bitcoin reach $1 million? Yes. And similarly, if the trust is lost, then the price of Bitcoin can reach $0 as well. So in short, it's all a game of trust on Bitcoin, or any other cryptocurrency for that matter. I'm sure you all know that the price of a single Bitcoin was $0.0008 in July 2010, before it got listed. And £1 invested in Bitcoin that time would have made you a millionaire today. The rise of Bitcoin is merely the fact of people losing their trust in the banking system, people losing trust in the government. This whole financial system that we are living in right now is years old. It's outdated. Now people are traveling between continents, between countries, and we want to have a system where we can send money instantly from one part of the world to the other part of the world. And this is where the traditional banking system fails. And this is why people want to change this system, where this world is as connected as we feel using internet every day. The other reason for the boom in price of Bitcoin is because of the finite number. Just imagine there will only ever be 21 million Bitcoin. And now, the popularity of Bitcoin is increasing. We all want to own a piece of Bitcoin. But imagine once all the 21 million Bitcoins are mined, that will increase the price of Bitcoin even higher. The last sudden boom in the price of Bitcoin was in 2017, when the price of Bitcoin went from $900 to $20,000 in a matter of weeks.
Cryptocurrency Bitcoin has once again defied naysayers by spiking above $18,000 at one point today.
Bitcoin hits a new high.
But that boom in the price of Bitcoin in 2017 actually started a revolution in blockchain technology. And I personally actually helped some blockchain and cryptocurrency companies to launch their own coin as well. I run a film and media production company. That's my main line of work. Anyway, coming back to the point, even though the price of Bitcoin fell and stayed around $10,000 for almost 2-3 years, the potential in the technology actually grew higher. The more weirder coin came in market, the more we realized that Bitcoin has a potential. And then came the biggest pusher of Bitcoin price, my favorite, Elon Musk.
I think this is really driven by Elon Musk saying, you know what? Regular currency is no good anymore because everybody's printing it, and this is the more valid storehold. Musk is driving so much of this market, it's fascinating.
Owning and holding a Bitcoin is like being in an ongoing bid, where you know you have something, but it's like a Schrodinger's cat situation. Until you tap that hammer on a price, you either have something or nothing. This whole thing can crash and burn, or it can make you rich. I got introduced to Bitcoin in the year 2013. And I know what you're thinking. I have the same wish as well, that I wish I had bought some Bitcoin in 2013.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda, Kennedy. That's what I think of. I have one Bitcoin, but even as the stock market hits all-time highs, really the hottest investment on or off Wall Street, as you pointed out, are these cryptocurrencies. They are soaring like nothing we've ever seen before in their history.
But for argument's sake, let's just imagine for some weird reason you bought 100 Bitcoin in year 2010-11, or in my case 2013 when I first heard about this thing. Now, do you think you would have held that Bitcoin till now? The answer is no. To be honest, if I had bought 100 Bitcoin in 2013 when the price of Bitcoin was around $50, I would have sold it as soon as it reached $100 and be very happy about it. And that's how a regular investor or a regular person thinks. Unless you are someone like James Howells. Remember this name. James Howells actually started mining Bitcoin in 2009. And he mined 7,500 Bitcoin that time. But then his girlfriend started complaining that the computer is making too much noise. And he threw away that disk with 7,500 Bitcoin.
First time I come across Bitcoin, I knew it was going to be a good investment, and I knew it was going to be the next big thing. So I managed to get over 7,500 coins, currently valued at over $85 million. I had a bit of an incident where an ex-girlfriend of mine complained about the fan noise of my gaming laptop at the time. I hold her responsible for not having $100 million right now.
That small mistake cost him more than $400 million in today's Bitcoin price. Or if you are that Bitcoin pizza guy, Laszlo Haniek, the guy who bought 2 pizza worth $35 for 10,000 Bitcoin.
I just posted on the forum, I said, if anybody's interested, I'm offering 10,000 Bitcoins in exchange for some pizza. And somebody there said, hey, I'll take you up on that offer. So I sent him the 10,000 Bitcoin. I said, okay, here it is. I'm waiting for my pizza. And, he phoned it in, he paid with his credit card, and the pizza showed up at my door.
You paid 10,000 Bitcoin for one pizza?
It was 2 pizzas, actually.
Oh, you got 2 pizzas out of it.
And, maybe the person spent $30, $40, something like that.
What would it be worth today?
$80 million, I don't know.
$80 million?
A lot. People laugh at that, but at the time it wasn't worth anything.
Right.
So the first transaction using Bitcoin was 2 pizzas, worth $35 that time, and it's worth $500 million in today's Bitcoin price. Imagine how crazy it is. And that day when Laszlo Haniek actually bought 2 pizzas using 10,000 Bitcoin is celebrated as Bitcoin Pizza Day on 22nd May every year. But why am I sharing all this with you? Just to tell you that all the dreams that I have in the middle of night about buying Bitcoin in 2013 is useless. Unless I literally travel back in time, stay there without killing the then me body. But that would be weird because that will alter my present, which I don't want. Okay, anyway, I went off track here. Let me come back to the point now. We all wish we had gone into this crypto game a lot sooner. But it's fine. We wouldn't have held it till now. So now is the right time to get into the game. Now, where does Bitcoin come from? And to answer this question, let me ask you another question. Where does real money come from? What is the base of real money? And the answer is gold. And where does gold come from? You mine it from the ground. Since we are an advanced civilization living in computer world, I know future generations is going to laugh on this sentence if they ever watch this. But anyway, we are an advanced civilization living in computer world. Cryptocurrency, or the currency of future, comes from mining the GPU or computer power. The more GPU computer power you have, the more cryptocurrency you can mine. What always puzzled me is this whole crypto mining process. I always thought that mining cryptocurrency is only possible with a room full of advanced graphic cards, advanced GPU power, and supercomputers.
What are these machines doing?
So those computers are miners. They are mining cryptocurrencies, and they're validating the transactions on the blockchain, and they get a reward for that.
Although it's all true that you need higher end computer power and high end graphic cards to actually mine something useful, but I was wrong in a way. And as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, that I will show you how you can mine Bitcoin or cryptocurrency using any spare laptop you have at your home, any spare computer, whether it's PC, Mac, or for that matter, a mobile phone. You heard me right. You can actually mine cryptocurrency using your mobile phone as well. I know it's all sound too good to be true, but let me tell you one thing. When Bitcoin was launched, it was possible to mine hundreds of Bitcoin using any spare regular laptop that you have. But over time, the popularity of Bitcoin grew, and so does the complication to actually mine Bitcoin. And nowadays, we need higher end computer graphics card to actually mine something useful. And in future, it's going to be even tough and tougher. But then why am I saying that we can all mine Bitcoin using our spare laptop and computer? My theory is different here. As I said, you can mine Bitcoin using your spare laptop and computer. You might not actually mine something useful, or you might not become a millionaire mining cryptocurrency at your home with a normal computer or a laptop. But my theory is, if you have a spare laptop at home which is doing nothing, and you can put the computer on work, and if that laptop mine even few cents every day, even few dollars every day, there's no harm in actually setting it up and leaving it so that you make some extra money. Or don't think about money for now. Just think about owning some cryptocurrency without actually spending any money. That sounds like a win-win situation. Now let me give you a tour of this small office space where I've set up so many different computers which is actually running 24/7 and mining cryptocurrency for me. I'm not doing anything. I just set up these computers and they are actually mining cryptocurrency for me. Now wait a second, let me tell you one more important thing before I actually show you how you can mine cryptocurrency on your laptop. Only use your spare laptop or your spare computer to do all this. Now the reason why I'm saying this is, mining cryptocurrency is a hefty process. It's going to take a toll on your computer power. And I don't want to suggest something which can cause damage to your personal computer or a work computer for that matter. So if you're not really good with computers, and if you're not quite sure how to quit a process going into the system setting, then don't use all of this on your personal computer. I will not go too deep in it, but let's start with this Windows laptop. There are various options you can use for Windows computers, but I'll show the easy option, which is the Cudo miner. You can use my referral link in the description. So go to that link, create an account, download the app, start mining coin just like that. I keep it running 24/7, but as you can see, this is a very old laptop and the mining power is so low. It would take me years to actually mine a single Bitcoin using this laptop. The problem with Cudo Miner and other easy mining software is they don't actually stop running as soon as you stop the program. They keep running in background and eats your computer power all the time. So unless you are good with computer, do not use these on your personal computer. Now there is another MacBook Pro and I'm using BTC Pool to mine cryptocurrencies from this one. There is MacBook Air, it's running. Now I'm using the same Cudo Miner on my MacBook Pro, and this is connected to MacBook Pro as well. Now there is another website called NiceHash and they provide different mining options as well, but I haven't tried this website. If you want to go ahead and try that, then yeah, just let me know how does this work. But I have only tried Cudo Miner for my Mac computers and Windows computer, and it's running perfectly fine at the moment. Now here is the M1 MacBook Air. Now this is a tricky part because M1 MacBook Air requires a bit programming knowledge to mine cryptocurrencies. Setting up the BFG miner is a bit tricky. If you're good with computers and know a bit of programming, then I would suggest using BTC Pool because this program doesn't run in background even after you quit the application. Just type in Fabulous Panda BFG miner. They have made M1 version for the BTC Pool. Download BFG miner for Mac OS X. I have already downloaded, so here is the BFG miner. Go to BFG miner. This is what you will see. Now from your BTC Pool, you can go here, type in your mining address. As soon as you type in your mining address, you enter your username. The username is the same username that you have created on BTC Pool. Enter this username, hit enter. Now the password, as you can see, it's working. Now no device is found, so you have to press M. and then add plus, and now it will ask you to enter the target. Just enter auto. Now hit enter again, and as you can see right now it's giving me almost 500 mega hash per second. And after some time you will see that it will start detecting blocks, and as soon as it start detecting blocks you will be able to start earning bitcoins, and that's how simple it is. Now as you can see, it has just detected 2 new blocks, and over time it will detect more blocks and all the money will be added to your BTC Pool account. So that's how easy this process is. Wow, looks like I'm covering a lot of stuff in this video. I know I'm actually showing you the process very fast, but if you have any question, feel free to reach out or comment on the video and I'll show you the detailed process. You know, it's not really easy to put the step-by-step guide. That would make this video probably 1 hour long if I have to put a step-by-step guide. If you're someone who's decent with computers, then these softwares are not tricky. These are pretty much easy to use softwares and easy to use programs that I've just shown you. Now, as I promised to take this video a bit further, I'll now show you how you can mine Bitcoin using your iPhone. Mining coin in iPhone is tricky. Apple actually disabled all the function which use the GPU power of an iPhone to mine cryptocurrencies. And they had to do it because if you download a software that actually use your mobile power to mine cryptocurrencies, the battery will drain faster, the iPhone will actually lose its processing power, and it's not good to actually use your mobile phone to mine cryptocurrency. But it's not impossible. Now there is a process called cloud mining. I'm sure you must have heard of this somewhere, but cloud mining is actually borrowing the server of a third party which is actually mining Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. So you are actually borrowing their time to mine currency for your own use. Now, most cloud mining service actually charge you a one-time fee or a monthly fee or a weekly fee to be able to use that service. But I found an app which actually let you mine Bitcoin on your phone without using the battery or the GPU power of your mobile. It runs in background and it mines Bitcoin for you. And it's called Storm Gain. It's really easy. Just open the app, create your account, and you will see that there is a crypto miner. And as soon as you activate, it will run in the background for 4 hours and mine Bitcoin for you. Anyway, it's very simple. Just press a button and your phone will mine coin for 4 hours. Start mining again after every 4 hours and watch your account grow. Now you will have to actually trade to be able to withdraw whatever Bitcoin you're mining or to transfer whatever Bitcoin you have mined in this app to your other crypto account or your crypto wallet. Wait a second. There is one more thing. If you open an account on Coinbase now, you can actually earn £31 worth of cryptocurrencies for free. I'll link that below in description as well. So if you don't want to mine anything, just open an account on Coinbase, earn that free cryptocurrency and keep it. Who knows, in 5 years, 10 years or 20 years, that cryptocurrency will make you millionaire. I love watching old prediction videos of future, and I love how most of them guessed it all wrong. So let me guess something which might go south as well, but it will be worth a laugh. I think this whole cryptocurrency and NFT bubble went out of proportion in last few months. I'm not saying it's a bubble which is going to burst, no. I'm saying it went out of proportion in this last few months. And the reason is simple. The whole world is in some kind of lockdown. And because we are not doing everything that we used to do, that led all our focus in financial market. Just look at the market. It's all-time high. Businesses are not doing great, but their stock prices are higher because regular people are investing money in market. And the more money you invest in market, it takes the prices higher. I'm not saying that Bitcoin and Ethereum don't have the potential, don't get me wrong. All I'm saying is there might be a correction in prices, and that will be a perfect time when the world come back to normal, if it ever happens. That will be the perfect time for us all to buy more cryptocurrencies and hold it. Regardless of Bitcoin prices going any direction, it's always good to own some cryptocurrencies. But don't think you have missed the train. Rather look for new technologies and new opportunities that might be knocking your door right now. But as I begin my video with, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not giving any financial advice. Just do your own research and be careful. Anyway, I had fun making this super long video, and I hope you learned something new in this video. So till the time you see me again, take care and keep smiling.